Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Well, as Earth Day approaches, some are thinking about more than just the health of the earth. They're thinking about the health of the people who live on this earth. And with us now to tell us more about what she's doing in her district, Wilmer Amina Carter, a state assembly member. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
How are you going to celebrate Earth Day?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how much the earth provides for all of us. And then I thought about how much is provided right in our own community with community gardens, and how the food is available for us and how it's healthy food. And as I thought about that, I started collecting sites in my district that provided community gardens, and I thought this would be a good way to celebrate Earth Day by making sure constituents in my district knew about it.
I didn't know anything about it. Now, where are some of these, and how can people get involved with this?
As a matter of fact, they're all over. It's a big movement on now with community gardens because there are two reasons. Number one, if you notice, there's a rise in obesity in children, and so we have to address that issue. We're working with schools, we're working with community groups, organizations, and identifying where community gardens are, because number one, it is healthy food, and number two, it provides a way for families to acquire food at a lower cost, because a lot of them are not working, don't have jobs to buy the necessary foods. And so I think it's a good way to help make sure our young people are healthy and that they can do well in school.
It sounds like it's an educational tool as much as it's a practical application to glean fruits and vegetables. I can picture families bringing their kids and saying, Johnny, this is where vegetables really come from, not just the supermarket. And
that is really a good idea. As a matter of fact, I just visited a program in my district, not too far from my office, where whole families come in and they work a plot, an 18 square foot plot, and they raise all of their vegetables there. As a matter of fact, it's a development that is a combination of community agencies and organizations, and they were able to get funding in order to provide the irrigation for the plots. Whole families come in, and this one family would grow one kind of vegetables, the next family would grow another kind, and then they would share.
Is there really enough abundance in these community plots where someone who contributes by helping to maintain these areas could actually glean the fruits and vegetables they would need to feed their family?
I am a farmer, so I understand that you know, once you make an 18-foot plot, that could feed so many families. Just think of an ear of corn. How many kernels are on an ear of corn? Mm-hmm. If you take one of those kernels, it'll just grow fields and fields of corn. And so gardens are a way to do this, to provide an abundance of food. And what better time to talk about this than on Earth Day?
Sure. I mean, it seems in the past what has grown the most on our earth is houses. We don't see a lot of farming or gardening. You know.
And even in your backyard, you can grow plots of food and provide tomatoes, vegetables, that kind of thing, and reduce your food costs.
Okay, so how can people become involved in this?
Number one, I've invited people to call my office to help me identify where community gardens are located. I've been working with schools to find out the number of gardens that schools are doing. I've invited organizations to write grants in order to get funding so that we can increase the amount of land space for community gardens. And so I think it's going to be a big movement, and I'm really, really excited about it.
All right, thanks. Happy growing to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. More HLN next.